Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another video, and in this one it's gonna be all about Crossbones. So Crossbones got a awesome buff, and he's pretty sick now. So I've seen some pretty crazy videos stacking up like an absurd amount of furies, and like that's awesome. But I wanted to see what he's like in a more real life questing sense. So we're gonna be jumping into Act 6. I think the 6.3, the overhang quest with the Nick Fury boss, and we're jumping onto the evasion lane, and we're gonna see how good Crossbones is at countering it, because now as long as you have 5 furies, you're pretty much bypassing ability accuracy at that point, and it's very easy to maintain only 5 furies. You see right here we're over 15. That fight went so well. So against hero champions, it is so easy to maintain over 5, and against non-hero champions, 5 is definitely doable. There is an Ultron coming up, which is not a hero fight, which so you can see that as well. I am running suicides, and it's nice he's shrugging off the poison at the start, and I got the Nick Fury synergy to get rid of the bleak, a little bit of regen as well. So as far as Crossbones play style, it's I think it's interesting. I'm still definitely not a pro at it yet or anything. This is my first time really using him. I'm getting the hang of it though. It's kind of cool. I find the furies fall off for me sometimes, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta refresh them now. And you really got to be on the ball with it. If you're not paying attention, they can easily fall off. And, but that's okay. Like, it's not too hard to build them all up again, as long as you're not at like 40 or 50 or 60. And just like in an everyday questing scenario, it's, if they fall off, it's no big deal. You can just get it back. And I think I like going for the L3. Actually, I think the L3 is a pretty awesome way to go, especially for longer fights. You get this against hero champions. You get this precision passive, which so Crossbones can't crit, and you might be thinking, well, if this dude can't crit, why is he getting precision to increase his critical rate? That doesn't make sense. But the reason for that being is because every time Crossbones would crit, to make up for the damage that he's not getting because in this game, like, critical hits do so much more than regular hits. So a champion that can't crit is at a huge disadvantage versus champions that can crit, or champions that have guaranteed crits, like Corvus or something. So the way Crossbones makes up the difference is every time he would crit, he instead just gains a fury buff, increasing his attack rating even more. So when you have that precision, you're critting more, so you're activating more furies, and again, more furies, more damage, and also more countering of ability accuracy, which is great, dude. It's really great. Like, Crossbones, he had a lot of potential before, and he was even used in like high tier alliance war for a while against Flo, where when you crit, the defender got like crazy power gain. He was used. I saw him being used for Loki, and in other places there was nodes where Crossbones was the best option for it, which is interesting. And so now he's gonna be so useful, dude. And he has a 90% chance to just shrug off debuffs. I think if that's at max sig, which this Crossbones is. So it's pretty neat. So right there we're only at 4, so he was able to evade, and now I have this debuff on me. This one didn't get shrugged off. So if I attack Ultron, I take damage. I guess if I had 5 furies, I think I could maybe turn the damage off, but right here I'm just dancing around, waiting for it to fall off. Like, I think Crossbones, he's definitely not going to be the best option against non-hero matchups, but against hero matchups in certain modes, he just might be one of the best options in certain matchups with nodes and combinations where you need to turn off ability accuracy. Maybe you don't want to crit as well. That's right up this guy's alley. That's like perfect for him. So the way to pause your fury buffs is to just throw a heavy attack, and it consumes one of those furies. And then the way to refresh them is to dash back and hold block, and you trigger overrun. That refreshes all your furies and also gives you a couple of furies, but then it goes on cooldown, so you can't always rely on that. So you really gotta, it's like a balancing act of refreshing your furies, pausing your furies, and try to keeping them active. And in non-hero matchups, it's kind of hard to really maintain them, but like I said, it's not too difficult to just get back to 5 in any given matchup. Here we're at 5. Gonna pause them. Now we're at 3. We're counting ability accuracy a good amount. Can just parry, throw a couple hits, boom, with the precision, get some more furies. Right there, he evaded, but we shrugged off the fatigue, which is nice. So that's always a good time. And then the L1's also a good way to get some furies. I think you get like 2 fury buffs against hero champions. You get the contempt bonuses. I haven't been throwing too much L1s. I think I'm running suicide, so I just don't want to spam too many L1s for that reason. But yeah, you can see he's doing a pretty good job on this lane. You know, he's counting the evade pretty well here against Black Widow. Those furies are just stacking right up. Go for that one here, boom. You see we're at 13 furies, but then they're gonna start to fall off. I hit 3 parries in a row, but none of them stunned her, which was kind of annoying. And I think it's if you intercept with a heavy attack after their special attack, it's not supposed to consume a fury. Maybe I'm just, yeah, okay, right there I think I intercepted it. I think sometimes if you wait too long though, it will still consume a fury. It's kind of weird how that works, not entirely sure. There you can see we're at 10 furies. I'm trying to keep them up. I'm trying to just stall till I can refresh them. So here I go for the refresh, and a couple of them fall off, but we also triggered some, so we get right back up to 10, hitting some clean intercepts. You go for the L2. You get an incinerate debuff that's based on how many furies you have, so it's ticking for 2,700 damage. You know, not bad. Made pretty quick work of that Black Widow. She didn't evade a single time, which is very nice. So yeah, I'm just a really big fan of Crossbones. He has just so much utility in his kit, and versus hero champs, I think he's like a top 5 skill champ now, which is crazy, dude. I think they just did a phenomenal job. I feel like there was already so much potential in him, and Kabams did a good job of bringing that potential to the surface. Essentially, I feel like they did a really solid job on the Crossbones buff overall. I think it's pretty much exactly what we needed it to be. So you see here, because we have those 5 furies minimum, when Spider-Man threw a special, he didn't get his evade passive. So yeah, just don't have to worry about his evasion, which is great. Can trigger overrun, boom, get some more furies. We're at 12 furies, and you can see the damage output. It's pretty solid, like 8k regular attacks from a 565 champion. You know, pretty solid. But like, when you look at that, it's like, yeah, it's not crazy damage, but when you think about it, it's like, yeah, it's that damage plus you're completely turning off ability accuracy, like with 5 furies. Like, that's so good. That's such a strong ability, man. Like, God, it's a very powerful ability to be able to turn off ability accuracy. And so the next fight here is a gold pool, and this fight has oh, crap, what's that node called? I keep forgetting the node name. Spiked armor. That's it. Spiked armor. So every time we would crit, there'd be a chance for us to take damage. And so I was like, oh, okay, you know, with the Crossbones is 5 furies, I should be able to negate that damage. But I'm like, wait, I won't even take that damage because Crossbones doesn't crit. So like, just not critting in and of itself is a nice form of utility. So this dude, man, just a utility machine. And the special 3, not to mention, it's pretty cool, bro. Just throw a Semtex at him and then put him into the ground. Such a savage L3. It's pretty great. So here I'm gonna in this fight I'm gonna try to intercept with my heavies. Just getting the spacing down here. I think we're gonna go for it right here. Try to counter with a heavy attack. He goes unblockable. Yeah, there we go. Pause those furies. Yeah, don't want to get hit by an unblockable attack here. Get overrun, refresh all those furies. There we go. Get some incinerates going, and yeah, just absolutely crushing this gold pool. Don't have to worry about the nodes there taking the damage because we don't even crit. And even if we did crit with 5 furies, we'd be able to get through the spiked armor anyway. So last fight here, it's Nick Fury. I got him down below 30%, and I just want to show how useful Crossbones' utility is in this fight here. So, you know, Nick Fury, when you're using a non-mutant champion, every time you hit him, he's going to gain like 2 charges in this state with the Fury. and then he's going to be going unblockable, and it's going to be so annoying. But just watch his tactical charges in this fight. He's at 0. He just got to 2 because we didn't have a whole bunch of Furies. But once we get our Furies up with the L1 here, now we're at 6. Just watch those tactical charges now, because they're not going to move. They're at 2 and they're going to stay at 2. We just don't have to worry about Nick Fury gaining any tactical charges in this matchup. There's just not a worry in the world. He doesn't not going unblockable or anything like that, and he's dead. No tactical charges to worry about, because as long as we got 5 Fury buffs, he's not gaining any of them. Just amazing utility from Crossbones, man. Amazing utility, great damage, just so much going on. Really big fan of the Crossbones buff, man. Hope to pull this guy as a 6-star. I would love it. I'd take him to rank 3. I would definitely want to get him Awakened. That signature ability is very nice, being able to shrug off the debuffs. And like I said, yeah, max sig on a 5-star, I believe it's 90%. I'm not sure if it goes above 90% as a 6-star. If it does, that's actually pretty huge. But then again, getting a champion at sig 200 as a 6-star is very difficult. And if I don't know what Crossbones' prestige is, I don't know if it got increased or not, but I doubt it's the highest in the skill class. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Crossbones buff. Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see with him. If you guys want to see me get some like crazy Fury stacks in Labyrinth or Abyss, let me know. That could be a fun time. But that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate you dropping a like, rating, subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.